Okay, well, you be my friend in prison is kind of like a red flag. That was the first time I ever cried in a movie. And I'm talking a booger. I'll play a tree if you want me to.
Please welcome to the stage, icon, legend, super talented, awesome actor. It's Mr. Danny Trejo. Danny, it is a pleasure to meet you, an absolute pleasure. You've been called a legend so many times, and I love that on a podcast you said, you can't be a legend if you're having this much fun. I think you said that recently. So what keeps it fun for you? What makes you choose the fun roles? What's fun for you now?
I think for me what keeps it fun is you guys. Really, it's... You know, people always ask me, do you get tired of... No, I get tired of people giving you love, you know what I mean? So, I don't... I've never had a bad report, you know. And I've never heard anybody go, you suck, you know. So, so I guess I'm doing all right. I'm 80 years old, and I love what I do, you know.
Yes.
And
you turned 80 in May, is that correct? Was it in May? Your 80th was in May this year. Happy, very, very belated birthday.
I was 80 and I don't believe it. I wasn't supposed to get out of the 60s alive. It's funny. It was funny because like right around 65 and 60, you know, all that time is like all these like hippie people and peace and love, all these, and you know we're shooting each other. What the hell's going on here?
But do you find now that you're older that you're a little bit more peace and love than you were when you were?
Absolutely. It's like, you know, I mean, it's like the world's a great place, you know, and people are always asking you, what do you want in life? You know, I want my kids to be happy. You know what I mean? You know, I had all the fun I could stand.
Well, being 80 years old now, looking back, what advice would you give your younger self at the beginning of your acting career?
Do it. Just do it. I'll play a tree if you want me to. If you want fruit on it, give me more money. You know, I got into movies because I was in prison. That's really weird. And you don't have to go to prison. You know? I walked onto the movie set of a movie called Runaway Train with John Voight and Eric Roberts. And this guy saw me and says, hey, you want to be in this movie? That's what I got to do. He says, do you want to be an extra? I said, extra what? He says, can you act like a convict? I was across the bay for quite a while. I want you all to know that. And then I ran into a friend of mine that I knew over there across the bay, a guy named Eddie Bunker, unbelievable writer. And me and Eddie started talking, and he says, hey, they need somebody to train one of the actors how to box. And I said, what's it pay? Because they were going to give me $50 a day for acting like a convict. And me and Eddie laughed because we'd been doing that for free forever. You know?
You strike me.
Honest to God, when he said $320 a day, I said, how bad do you want this guy beat up? You know? So I became a SAG actor the first day on the set, and that was God set. And I didn't know what that meant. You understand? Because I remember Andre came up to me and said, you be in movie. It's a Russian, right? You fight Eric in movie. And then he says, and you be my friend. Okay, well, you be my friend in prison is kind of like a red flag. Well, I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. No. Let's write down what that entails, okay? No showering. No.
Friend.
And so then he leans over, kisses me on both cheeks, and walks away. And I said, Eddie, look, I'm gonna train the kid for the 320, but if I'm gonna be kissing that old man, I want more money. I'll kiss him, but it's gonna cost. And he goes, no. He said, you don't realize that old man just blessed you with a SAG card. And I really just didn't know what that meant till my first check came. And I've been doing it ever since, you know. And still a drug counselor, still work for Western Pacific Rehab. You know, now I just do a lot of the stuff up in Sacramento because all them guys want their picture taken with machete.
I love how you said that Halloween, I think it was past that you would open the door and these little Mexican kids would be dressed up as machete.
You know how like on Halloween they got Batman, they got Superman, they got all these characters, you know. And I remember after we finished Machete, on Halloween, I went to the door, I opened the door, and there were like 5 kids out there, all with their little mom, little knives. Oh, God, man, I couldn't. It was just so heartwarming, you know, to say, hey, okay, we got us a superhero.
When you opened the door, were they surprised, or were you more surprised?
Yeah, both of us, because I don't think they knew I lived there. Now they do. Now I'm watching them all grow up.
You've worked with Robert Rodriguez countless times. And he said to you that you can do more with your face than you can do with your dialogue. Amazing.
Well, you know, we were doing, the first movie me and Robert did together was Desperado. And a great movie, right? And Robert wouldn't give me a line. Hey, give me a line. You know, I didn't say a word in that movie, all right? And then afterwards, when we were doing a big thing with Sony, they said, the fact that you didn't say a word, was that an actor's choice? Absolutely. My son directed me in a movie. It's at Cannes right now. It's called From a Son. Mm-hmm. And it's about a young drug addict who goes out and overdoses and dies. And his dad goes into his Dante's Inferno looking for him. And there's a scene in it where his dad is with his girlfriend, my son's girlfriend. And I asked her, you know, did you kill my son? And she said, no. And she started screaming, I loved him, he was my only friend. And all week, my son had been showing me baby pictures. You know, just, hey, remember this when I broke my arm? And I was, I never knew why. Until that little girl started crying. I lost it. That was the first time I ever cried in a movie. I completely lost. And I'm talking a booger cry. No, I'm not trying to be funny.
You ugly cry.
That's ugly, it was nothing. No John Wayne at all, you know what I mean? And I realized, wow, my kid's a genius.
I wanted to talk, just to completely change the subject, about Trejo's tacos and Trejo's coffee and donuts.
With the restaurant, everything good that has happened to me has happened as a direct result of helping someone else. I helped a director who needed a name to get his money for this movie he did. And basically, I had about 3 weeks off, so I was just waiting for this other film, and I didn't really want to take this, but my agent kind of said, let's do it. Gloria, she said, let's do it. It's a good shot, you know, might turn into something. So I do this movie called Badass, and really, it turns into a trilogy, make 8 times the money, and but on it, I met this producer named Ash Shaw, who he had been a restaurateur, you know, and he saw that I like to eat good food. You know, I don't eat a lot of jacks or eat a lot of hamburgers. And he said, Danny, why don't you open a restaurant? And jokingly, I said, Trejo's Tacos. So by the third movie, Badass on the Bayou, he brought me a business plan.
love that.
And I opened it, no killing in the first page. I gave it to Gloria. And she kind of said, Dan, this is a no-brainer. So far, we got 4 restaurants in Los Angeles, 5 restaurants in Los Angeles. We opened up one in London on Portobello Road. We're opening up another one in London next year, the first of next year. And so we're just, opening restaurants.
Amazing.
How about Frisco?
Amazing. Stunts or special effects?
Skunks or special effects?
Sure. Stunts.
Oh, stunts. Stunt men. I don't want to take their job. It's so funny. Every actor, this is God's honest truth, every actor that I've seen try to do stunts gets hurt, okay? Honest to God. So all that shit about, I do my own stuff, it's bullshit. First of all, no, let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm an investor. I got $35 million invested in this movie. I'm going to let my star do a stunt just so he can say, my balls are big, and risk $30 million. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? Hey, when I show up on a set, Mr. Director, sir, look, I don't jump off a curb, okay? See that guy there? Put a mustache on him.
Voice acting or on-camera acting?
Give me what you got. Either. They both pay great. I've done both. I did a film called Storks. Wait a minute. In it, I played Jasper, the stork that delivers babies. One of my lines was, my baby, my baby, my baby. That was my line. Okay, one of them. All through the movie, I'm a hero. So there's this car accident where this car actually flips over. It's a true story. And I'm right behind him. I got out of my car and I ran and I go to look at the lady. The car's upside down. She's bleeding and she's yelling, my baby, my baby, my baby. Wait, stupid me. I'm thinking, she recognizes me. I swear to God. Forgive me, please. I swear to God. And then she looks at me like, stupid. And and there's a baby in the back of the car. And I'm going back there, God forgive me, I'm sorry. And I pulled this kid out, and then the fireman got her, and it was like, you know how like when you actually embarrass yourself,
Every day. Now the next question, tacos El Pastor or carnitas?
Put them together.
I like how you're just like both. It's great.
I want to know what Selma Hayek thought the first time she saw your tattoo.
What did...
Somebody told her that it looked just like her. So when I walked into the room, she said, oh my God. And so I showed it to her. And she said, it does. And then she goes, except for that did. She called me. I said, Danny, are you alone for Thanksgiving? Yeah, but I wasn't going to be alone. I was going to find somebody. And she said, would you come over to my house? Yeah. And it was actually her family.
Oh,
and she invited me to have dinner with her family. And I thought it was the sweetest thing in the world. So one of the highlights of my life is I ate turkey with Selma Hayek. We were doing From Dusk to Dawn, and they hired a bunch of people from the strip clubs, because they were going to show breasts and naked and stuff in this movie. And Selma was like really uneasy. And I, what are you uneasy about? She said, God damn it, these women are so beautiful.
Selma Hayek said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bitch, have you ever looked in the mirror? didn't say that. But that's, you know.
Do you have any anecdotes or memorable experiences working with Michael Mann or Robert De Niro in Heat?
Any anecdotes or fun memories working with Michael Mann or Robert De Niro in Heat?
Wow, are you kidding? Michael Mann is he's like the godfather of directors. But he is so much, I pride myself in getting my shot and 3, the most takes 3 that I've ever done. Bang, 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 you know. And Michael Mann will okay, let's do another one. Okay, but let's do, and you're like at 5 and 6, and finally he sees you getting frustrated. And hey, what am I doing wrong? You know, it's like, how's this? How about it's not all about you?
Okay.
Lighting was wrong, all right? And then he goes like this, De Niro did 9, okay? Yes, sir. I don't want to slow down at all.
No, please don't. Please don't. You don't want Danny to slow down, do you? No. No.
For that, I'll bring a restaurant up here.
Would you guys eat at one of Danny's restaurants here? I think that's a yes. I think that's a yes. Thank you so much for sharing these stories with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank all of you. God bless you.
Danny Trejo!